Let me end with a final note. While the annual campaign is important, we have to recognize that it is our total fundraising that matters most. So while we will continue to work on raising our annual campaign, we need to shift our mindset and recognize again, we are not a fundraising organization, we are a community development organization. And it is that mission to strengthen and build our Jewish community that must continue to inspire, whether it inspires donors by a gift to the annual campaign, or it inspires giving like that of Ron and Pam Rubin to the Wexner Fellows Program, or their continued support of the Rubin Israel Experience, should not in the end matter to us. All of it supports a vibrant Jewish community. Before I turn the meeting back to Patty, I'd like to thank my wonderful wife, Madeline Elkins, who is the most amazing partner. She makes me better in every way and supports and participates in our philanthropic endeavors. I'd also like to recognize our children, Brad and Elizabeth, David and Melissa, and our grandchildren, Emma, Katie, Miriam, and Aaron. Your love and support mean everything to me. Thank you all very much.
Whoa, this is... I feel like I'm at a ride at Disney up here. That's great. So I have the pleasure of calling Patty Croughan up to thank her personally for her service. So I'm going to ask Patty to come up. We can't thank you enough for the dedication. So it was hard to think of what to say, not because there wasn't anything to say, but because there, frankly, was so much. But for those of you who've known the last 2 years, it has been a remarkable time of, I would say, peace and stability in many ways. Relationships between agencies have strengthened, relationships with congregations have grown, and partnerships have been enhanced. And so much of this work was done in ways, not because there wasn't conflict, but because so much of the conflict was managed and handled thanks to the dedication, devotion, and skill set that Patty brought to this job. Her care, her reason, her sensitivity to problems, to the ability to see virtue in anyone who is sitting across the table, despite my best advice. No. Or their best. No, or my best. Patty and I have forged a very strong relationship, and I know that I will miss it coming forward. We will still have that drink at some point in the future to celebrate. I thank you for your leadership. I thank you for the community, for everything that you've done. And personally, I thank you for the scotch. Now, as a small token of our appreciation, we would like to present you with a gift. All right. Now? Okay, yes. Sorry, we have to pause for the camera right there. Oh. Great. This piece is by an artist, Dorit Gore, who participated in the Economic Empowerment for Women program that we helped sponsor in Israel. The artwork represents the 72 Hebrew names for God, which embody a sequence of divine attributes: chesed, kindness, gevurah, might, and tiferet, which is for beauty. It's said in the Zohar, the harmonious blending of these three principles, these three principal emotive attributes forms the basic paradigm of how God relates to the world. And Patty, you certainly embody these attributes. So thank you for your leadership in the work.
So now I get to adjourn the meeting?
No, I have to call Harvey up. And then I'm going to call you up in a second. I am going to turn the meeting back over to Patty in just a minute. Because of quirk in our bylaws, the new officers don't actually take their position until the day after the annual meeting. So it's going to be Patty's job to adjourn in about 3 minutes. But Harvey, if I could ask you to come up as well. Jewish Federation is lucky to have you as its next board chair. But before you get into that role, we want to thank you for the service as vice chair. I have the distinct pleasure of working together with a group of officers at least once a month, but Harvey, it's not only the emails that you've received as an officer, but you can ask Patty. They will grow by about tenfold beginning tomorrow morning. We want to present you with this plaque and tzedakah box to commemorate, as Vice Chair of the campaign, the funds that you've raised to sustain our community. Let's take a look at that. All right, thank you. This is for you. Let me just read. Here you go. I have the words.
Okay.
The plaque reads, so I'm told, Kol Yisrael Arevim Ze Bezeh, all Jews are responsible one for another. You have embodied this tradition in your role as campaign chair and will continue to do so as the next board chair. I think everyone is inspired by your vision, your history, your past, and what you see for the future. Thank you for your continued dedication to our community, and I think we all know we are in very good hands going forward. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Finally, I want to thank the outgoing chairs who I work with so closely as vice chairs of the organization, and just 4 other thank yous. First of all, thank you to the gentleman who just gave me my award, the awards. This is Clayton Merritt. Clayton, could you stand up, please? Clayton is the reason I show up on time for meetings. But I want to thank him for being my backstop and for supporting me and so much else within the Federation that you have in a very short period of time, and I'm looking forward to that continuing. I also want to thank more personally my family who is here, Hoban, my son, if you'd like to stand up, and who is my wife Miggy and my mother Beverly, that so many of you know, for welcoming them into your community. As I'm sure the vice chairs and chairs will tell you, they couldn't do what they do without their family, and so is true today. My daughter Emma would be here, except she's in college. She's not here tonight because she's in class. Thank you so much. I'm going to turn this over for Patty to, if you just sit for her last official duty to adjourn the meeting. Thank you. Wait, there's actually a script for that.
I think I don't need this. So now it is my great pleasure to adjourn the 114th annual meeting of the Jewish Federation and come outside and join the Olive Grove. Thank you.